Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because what I'm about to share could be one of the most game-changing rumors we've heard in a while. This isn't just hearsay. Insiders are buzzing about a possible blockbuster trade that could reshape the AFC East and, more importantly, give the Bills a serious boost heading into the playoffs. The rumor. The Cincinnati Bengals might be looking to part ways with Trey Hendrickson, and the Bills are in the mix as a potential destination. If this pans out, it could be a move that elevates Buffalo's pass rush to a whole new level and shifts the balance of power in the division and beyond. Let's back up a little and talk about Hendrickson's profile. The guy is a Pro Bowl edge rusher who has been a disruptive force for Cincinnati since he arrived. In 2025, he's been impactful despite a hip injury that limited him at times. So far, he's posted 4 sacks in just 7 games, which is impressive given the limited action. But what really stands out are his overall numbers: 16 tackles, a PFF grade above 88, and EPA per rush at 0.22, which shows he's making a real difference when he's on the field. He's also been a QB hit machine with 8 hits, and has shown to be a consistent disruptor, even with the injury. Looking at his career, Hendrickson has accumulated over 57 sacks since 2021, which speaks volumes about his ability to produce pressure and get to the quarterback. His PFF grades have peaked around 90, and he's known for his run-stopping ability, with multiple forced fumbles and high run-stopping metrics. In recent weeks, even with his injury, he's been showing flashes of the disruptive edge rusher we know he can be, causing chaos in the backfield, pressuring quarterbacks, and making plays that swing momentum. This kind of impact is exactly what the Bills need to complement their existing pass rush and push them into that elite top 10 territory. Now, why would Cincinnati consider moving Hendrickson? Well, the Bengals are in a tricky spot. They're 4-8 battling cap constraints, and their defense has been underwhelming, giving up around 25 points per game. They're more focused on extending their offensive core and building for the future. With their draft capital and cap flexibility, they might see trading Hendrickson as a way to rebuild and acquire some valuable picks, especially a first-rounder in 2026. It's a gamble, but if they believe they can't keep him long-term or that they need to bolster their rebuild, this trade makes sense for Cincinnati, especially if they doubt their current edge depth and want to prioritize offense. For the Bills, this is a massive opportunity. They're sitting at 8-4, and their pass rush has been a concern at times, especially with Hoked out and their cap situation tight, which limits their ability to make splash signings. Adding a player like Hendrickson could be the boost they need to not only improve their sack totals, projected to go up by around 21%, but also to pressure quarterbacks more consistently, raise the overall defensive energy, and give them that extra edge in close games. It's all about momentum heading into the postseason, and Hendrickson's addition could be the spark to ignite a defense that's already trending upward. Let's not forget, he's a player who can make an immediate impact. His ability to generate pressure, averaging over 1.8 hits per game recently, mirrors some of the top pass rushers in the league. Buffalo's current edge rushers, while solid, could use that extra firepower. Hendrickson's presence could turn their defensive line into a true nightmare for offenses, especially against divisional rivals like the Dolphins, where a dominant pass rush can be the difference maker. Betting odds reflect this potential shift, with some bookmakers now offering plus 650 odds on the Bills making a deep playoff run, a significant jump from plus 1,200 earlier in the season. Hendrickson could be the X factor that pushes Buffalo from a good team to a legit contender, especially with their schedule ahead and the playoff push intensifying. From a strategic perspective, bringing in Hendrickson would be a move that shows the Bills' front office isn't settling. They're aiming for that Super Bowl window, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. It's about stacking their roster with proven talent, especially guys who can change the game on third downs and in critical moments. The Bills have a talented core, but adding Hendrickson could be the piece that completes their puzzle, giving them a lethal pass rush that opponents fear. Plus, if this trade materializes, it signals a clear message to the rest of the AFC. Buffalo is all in. They're not just trying to stay afloat, they want to dominate. The AFC East is fiercely competitive, with the Dolphins and Jets also making their moves, but the Bills have always thrived when they control their own destiny. Adding Hendrickson, a proven playoff performer, could help them turn close games into wins and build momentum heading into the stretch run. Looking ahead, this potential move also fits into the Bills' long-term vision. They've been building a team that can contend now while also setting up for the future. Hendrickson, at 28 years old, is in that sweet spot where he's experienced enough to make an immediate impact but still has plenty of prime years ahead. If the Bills can acquire him without giving up too much, it's a win-win. They get a proven pass rusher and a chance to push deeper into the postseason. Of course, there are still questions. Will Cincinnati actually move him? What will the trade cost? And can the Bills' defense fully capitalize on his talent? Those are things we'll be watching closely. But one thing's clear, the Bills are in a prime position to make a bold move, and Hendrickson's name keeps coming up as a perfect fit for what they need right now. It's a move that could define this season, giving Buffalo the extra edge to chase their ultimate goal, a Super Bowl appearance. And let's not forget, this isn't just about this season. If the Bills manage to bring Hendrickson in and he performs at the level he's capable of, it could be a cornerstone signing that helps them compete for years to come. A dominant edge rusher like him doesn't just change games, he changes divisions. Buffalo fans, you should be excited because this kind of move signals that the Bills are serious about being the team to beat. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So in summary, this potential trade for Trey Hendrickson could be huge for the Bills. It's about adding a proven pass rusher who's just entering his prime, creating more pressure, and making an immediate impact on their playoff chances. The Bengals might be looking to rebuild, and Buffalo could be the perfect landing spot for a player who can help them push through those tough postseason battles. If this deal happens, it could be one of the most significant moves of the season, setting up the Bills for another deep playoff run and possibly even a Super Bowl appearance. Now I want to hear from you, Bills Mafia. What do you think about this rumor? Are you excited about the possibility of Hendrickson donning the blue and red? Do you believe he can be the difference maker we've been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, and I love hearing your takes. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep this passion alive and ready to roar as we chase that elusive Lombardi trophy. Go Bills!